That's a good word, remove.
Sometimes you just want to get those interruptions away from you. So number 2, you want to remove, and you want to just remove things that are not in the best interest of your relationship.
Outside distractions, influence
Yes.
that you may be hearing, interruptions.
Interruptions are a big thing.
Negativity.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stay there with the interruptions for a second, because a lot of people are trying to do something. It's like, I know I have a goal, I have a vision, I'm trying to work on this thing. Next thing you know, something out of the blue comes and interrupts you, and now you're focused on this other thing instead of what you were originally trying to do. And sometimes you just want to get those interruptions away from you. So you want to block them out as much as you can.
How do you do that?
Well, one of the things is you can physically separate yourself. Close doors, turn off your phone, turn off the television, stop scrolling through your social media. Those are some of the things, the small practical things that you can do to stop being interrupted. Yeah, distractions. Yeah.
And I think that's a good word, remove, because some of the things will be permanently you need to remove out of your life.
That is true.
And that could be sometimes an acquaintance. Sometimes it can be
a
a
old
certain
friend.
person you're following.
Yeah,
or
that too.
it's following you.
I had to remove someone out of my life because I saw that the friendship was one-sided. It wasn't two-sided. And so I was giving, and the other person was taking. So I had to remove that person out of my life so that I could grow in a healthy way.
And be there for your family.
And be there for you guys.
And, you know, I had to remove some extracurricular activities like volunteering so much in different organizations. You know, I had my own, and then I'm doing stuff with the kids. And what it was doing is pulling me away from my family.
Yeah.
And pulling me away from you. And even though it's like a good cause, it was kind of like a big distraction.
Well, distractions can seem like a good thing.
Sometimes.
Because they come in these packages that look like you're really helping everybody else. You're helping an organization, you're helping kids in need, people in need,
your family in need, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you're helping people who need help, but at the same time, are you giving that energy where it should be going? You know?
Right, because the best of you always needs to be at home. The best of you.
Yeah. Especially between your marriage, you know, with the two of you. You always want to keep the center point between the husband and the wife working together, going in the same direction.
So when you remove, it can require a detox sometimes and a detachment. So we talked about detaching from certain things, but detoxing also just kind of clears your mind and clears your emotions, or gives everything a chance to settle down.
I look at it as though it is a emotional fast. So you're fasting emotionally. So you're getting things out of your life. You're trying to keep those things out of your life so that you can hear where you want to go and what you're trying to do for the new year.
Right. You said hear where you want to go?
Yeah, hear where you want to go for the new year. Because if you're clouded, if your mind is clouded because of all of the things that you hear, then you're really going to be just listening to all types of voices, and you'll be distracted again.
Yeah, and you'll feel confusion. So if you're feeling like, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, or if you're feeling like, man,
overwhelmed.
Yes. And you're feeling like I didn't achieve what I wanted. Like you're starting to feel less than you are, or you're feeling disappointed with yourself. Usually it's because of outside voices that are telling you, you know, you should be doing this, or you should have done that.
Or you don't measure up.
Yeah. Or he should have had this, and you guys, this, that. And those type of inputs can affect you emotionally, and you don't want that while you're planning for this new year.
To me, that's a part of comparison as well. Comparison falls into that category, and you want to clear yourself of anything that's going to cause you to compare,
right?
Anything that's going to cause you to have confusion, or all of the things we just talked about, because you want to be focused in your relationship and focused in your marriage, focused in, you know, the new year where you're trying to do.
And before you can be focused, like you said, you had to clear that out.
Yeah.
So we want to just like start with a clean slate.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go like 36 hours. That's pretty much like 3 days without any outside input. And you'll be surprised at how kind of clear.
You feel refreshed.
You feel like something is off of you. You'll feel like you have a better understanding. And I know for for a lot of us ladies, we call it like brain fog. And sometimes I think the fog is created by all of these inputs, and the holidays can make it even worse because it just seems like advertisers are just pushing these things on you. Yeah. The kids are wanting things. There's a lot of demands on us at times, and that brain fog can be thick. Like sometimes I just forget to send a text that I'm responding to. I responded in my head, but I don't even send it out. And that to me sometimes is because I'm overwhelmed.
And, men can feel overwhelmed as well. I think a lot of guys, when they feel overwhelmed, they just feel like they don't want to move or do anything because it's so overwhelming. You're almost frozen.
Yeah.
And that can happen. When you talk about brain fog, I think that's the frozen state of your mind because it feels so overwhelmed with all these... You
don't know which way to go.
Yeah. You have so many different avenues of where you need to do your business, what you're trying to do for your goals, your life. And so you're just like, well, where do I start? One thing you can do is start by getting rid of all of those things out of your life.
Yeah, I think they call that like for procrastination. Like sometimes people feel that I'm exhausted. My brain is exhausted. I can't even think of like what to do next.
Yeah.
So I just sit here, and that's when you can doom scroll. That's sometimes when you're ingesting too much TV.
Or you're drifting.
And you're doing all of those things. So it's best just to detox yourself a little bit.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Yeah, don't have anything coming into your ears.
Don't overindulge. Overindulging in anything.
No, we're detoxing.
No, I said don't overindulge. You want to just stay away from a lot of things, and you detox to help you have this clarity.
So do
detox.
Yes. And your detox can look different in so many ways because like we even talk about it. It's hard for us to detox from social media or detach from social media completely. But then we're like, yes, there are ways that we can. Once we're editing and we're loading, then that's it. We don't stay on the platform at all, which we normally did. Let's just check this, just check that. You have to be very intentional when you're detoxing and detaching.
If you say, I'm going to just check this, more than likely you're going to go down another road because it's designed to grab your attention
and suck you in. And that's like everybody that's kind of dealing with that at this time of the year. There's so many news feeds and different activities that are happening.
Well, something is always going to go on. Something is going to happen around the world now.
So don't feel like you're going to miss anything in 3 days. Like if you can really detach from the world in 3 days.
Yeah.
And maybe just like play music, read, or
just remember the things.
Meditate.
Meditate. I was about to say, think about the things you want to do. You're being intentional on your goals for your personal life, your personal growth, and the things that you want to do, and also the growth of your relationship.
Well, that's going to be one of the other ways we're going to prepare. But I'm saying in this stage, we can just clear our mind.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Like this, we are detoxing. We are removing things in our lives that are cluttering.
So to me, detaching is kind of like when you go to a spa. They're all designed to have you relax.
Well, you don't have to think.
You don't have to think, and you don't have any obligations on you at that time. You're just relaxing so that you can truly feel good about yourself and about your life and just think about what you want to do next.
And breathe.
When I say thinking in that term, I'm thinking about the fact that I'm being intentional about my thoughts. So sometimes
that's not yet. That's going to be on 5. You're going too fast.
Well, I didn't mean to go fast. What I mean to do is say that you want to relax, detox, get rid of the bad things that have taken you down the wrong roads.
Yeah. Even if it was, like we said, good things that just took up a little, too much time. Yeah. You're kind of you're pruning yourself. You're pruning your schedule.
I think it's a lot easier when you self-prune versus having pruning done to you.
Yeah, that you have to do. Or like sometimes I've had a friend that has worked so hard. She just would not stop working. And it wasn't until she had a health issue that, she got pruned or it was removed from her, the weight of the job and the career and things like that. And you don't want to get to that point.
No.
For health issues, go ahead and try to remove and detach and detox yourself and give yourself 3 days at least of just peace and quiet. Let everybody know, hey, I'm just going to go in this detox state. Right.
You know, most of the time when you're at peace and you, like you just said, let everybody in the house know I'm going to be at peace for 3 days.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be at peace as well, but maybe not, especially if you have children.
Right.
But you can let people know I'm going to be focusing on my peace.
And you'll be surprised at how kids respond to that too. Mommy is relaxing, dad is relaxing, and if you let your spouse know, you can really double team. It's going to be hard to both of us be in that, detached state with children.
Yeah.
And
somebody has to take on the responsibility of
and if
the
you
household while the other person is trying to maintain their peace.
And if you can take turns, that's great.
Yes.
You know what I really liked when I have to take a day that you are kind of like my guardian. You'll answer the phone. You'll answer my cell phone. You'll answer the door. You'll make sure you're kind of like, I don't know. They have
peace guard.
Yeah. You're like, I'm guarding her peace right now.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if you're at peace, then I'm going to be at peace.
Yeah.
You know, when my wife is at peace, as a husband, I'm definitely going to be a person of peace because it feels good to have a nice energy around the household and everybody's just feeling like there's no contention, no pain of mouth. and you just, yeah. And I say it that way because it's like, oh my gosh.
Because we fuss.
You're fussing, you're yelling,
yeah.
you're screaming at each other or whatever it is. You know, even if you love each other, you do have disagreements.
Yeah.
So you don't have the disagreements when you're at peace.
We're not doing that during
not that time.
The removal stage.
No, detox.
And it's nice also to do that when you're not sick. You know, I've caught a cold and I've had to do that, stay in bed and just be still. There's really nothing that
you can do.
You just
want to sleep all day.
Yeah. And you don't really want to look at your phone. You just want to like, oh, I need to rest. But you're like sick. You don't want to do that in that time.
This is why I was saying you want to be intentional about it.
Be intentional.
Do it when you don't have to.
So number 2 was remove. We're removing outside distractions and interruptions, and we're detoxing and detaching.
And so if you're removing things, now you can reconnect.